UKTV. Man, they've got some great shows. Like, look at this one. It's Tree of the Year. Did you know, for example, there are 3 billion trees in the United Kingdom? It's going to be a long show running for many seasons. Or, dogs might... No, I'm actually struggling with this one. Like, dogs might fly. So, actual dogs. I don't know how that's going to work out. Or what about Train Spotting Live? That guy looks amazing. Personality of the presenter really shining through with that one. Or what about Sex Box, people? Literally a show where people have sex in a box and then come out afterwards and talk about it in front of a studio audience. Like, or Game of Clones. That's just bad. I mean, Game of Clones, although some of those clones don't look too bad down the bottom there. So the guy basically, how about this one? Just Tattoo of Us. Where basically people get tattoos chosen for each other, sight unseen, and then you get revenge tattoos apparently. Like someone got Donald Trump tattooed right onto his ass.
Ew.
Ugh. Yo, so people are getting excited about Bitcoin, right? You know what that is? Think of it this way. Bitcoin is like digital gold. It's like gold, right? It's shiny, it's fun to own, nice to talk about at a braai with your friends. But it's kind of complicated and kind of expensive to keep, and there's a danger someone might steal it from you. It's exactly like that, because you keep the Bitcoin in your digital wallet, but you'll have been reading stories about how, I don't know, the guy keeping the digital wallets were hacked and then everyone's Bitcoins got pinched and stolen. In addition, Bitcoin is used often to exchange value between people who want to remain anonymous. And who does that attract? Hackers and money launderers. So this year, we've seen quite a few cases, and again, one more recently, where the 38-year-old Russian national was picked up by a US-Greek SWAT team in Greece. He was behind a $4 billion money laundering scam that was going on involving Bitcoins and exchanging of Bitcoins. So yeah, go and buy one Bitcoin and keep it in a digital wallet, which is on a website somewhere in China. And, you know, maybe that'll work out well for you and maybe it won't. But just be aware, this is not an ordinary productive asset that you're investing in. It's basically some kind of digital version of a shiny coin in your sock drawer. So everybody knows the story about Manhattan Island, you know, like in the early 1600s when the Dutch arrived there and they found the American Indian tribes and they like grabbed the whole island of Manhattan for a couple of beads and some copper wire and chased them away. And, you know, now that island's worth trillions of dollars because of all the real estate that's downtown New York City. But did you know that there's a little extra twist to the story which I read about this week? The Dutch East India Dutch grabbed the island there from the American Indians, but a mere 50 years later, in like 1667, they actually swapped Manhattan for 2 shitty islands in the Indonesian archipelago. I'm not joking. The reason was that at the time, the most important trade in the whole world was the spice trade, and the Dutch East India Company controlled that. The British had 2 of the Banda Islands out in Indonesia, which were particularly valuable because they had nutmeg trees on them. And nutmeg seeds and fruit were what you ground up in order to make spices. Spices, you know, it's like the stuff you put in your curry on a Sunday afternoon. So the Dutch, forget about the American Indians, they had Manhattan for 50 years and then they swapped them for 2 tiny islands out in the middle of the Indonesian Banda Ocean. Worst trade ever. Hey, so what's going on in Tanzania? Did you hear the story? There's a gold mining company up there, London listed, called Acacia Mining. And I don't know what went wrong, but the Tanzanian revenue tax authorities have just issued them with a revised assessment for 190 billion US dollars.
What?
That's billion with a B, people. The entire Tanzanian economy is worth $47 billion a year. So this is like a multiple of the national economy, let alone a multiple of the market cap of this company, which is like 750 million pounds. And this is because, I don't know, they underpaid their taxes, or they apparently, like, according to the government, abused or bent the rules a little bit about exporting and importing or something. But I'm thinking, you know, like, this could be bad for foreign investment of companies in Tanzania, don't you think? You know, like, they fling fines at you for 190 billion and grab your mines and say, well, look, you're stuck, you're done. So, you know, Tanzania, man, I don't know. maybe this is not the way to go about things. Remember, you're the ones that want to attract the foreign investment in. Some people, they never learn.